Tomorrow is Asara B'Teves. The only fast in the year that falls on Friday is Asara B'Teves. The Torah brings down from one of the Rishonim that if Asara B'Teves would fall on Shabbos, we would fast on Shabbos.
Is what?
We would fast on Shabbos. There's no other fast that way except Yom Kippur. Okay? Question is why? Why is Asara B'Teves so severe? So, I spoke about in Rosh Chodesh Teves. Yeah, we learned it from the fact that it says Be'etzem Hayom Hazeh, right? And I spoke in Rosh Chodesh Teves and said that Teves is a month for introspection. It's the middle of the winter, and it's a time to think. What happened in Asara B'Teves? The armies of both the Romans and the Bavliim came and encamped and made a siege on Yerushalayim. At the stage of Asara B'Teves, Yerushalayim was very strong, especially by Sheni. It could have lasted for 20 years. They had enough provisions for 20 years. They could have been strong. They destroyed themselves because of their infighting. Because of the infighting, they destroyed themselves. They destroyed the supplies, and they destroyed themselves and put themselves into a terrible famine because of the siege. But at Asara B'Teves, something happened. And what should have happened in Asara B'Teves is that people should have stopped and say, wait a minute. This is the beginning of something. Let's think, let's work it out. And at that stage, if they would have stopped and thought deeply, they could have avoided disaster. But because they didn't stop to think, therefore, they brought disaster upon themselves. And that's Asara B'Teves. And that's the most chamor of all the fast days. Because when a person doesn't stop and take an appraisal of what's happening, that's the worst avera you can have in the world. The worst avera in the world. Because you can chart your course for the future. And when you don't chart your course, you open yourself up for disaster. That's a tragedy and a travesty. It's a terrible, terrible chet. And for that, Asara B'Teves, even if it comes on Shabbos, you fast. Because that's a lesson of life that has to be central, has to be of the essence. We have to take that to heart. And that's what we're thinking about on Asara B'Teves. That's my thought on Asara B'Teves.